And welcome back to CC2LP1 voting. We are going to be starting a brand new level pack today, the Jazz Pack. But before I do, I want to make a little announcement about something I'm going to be trying to change with the voting here, because I finally realized last night I really don't need to worry so much about this, and that is my whole policy about the level working in CC1. In fact, it was funny, Jeffrey actually messaged me and expressed some concern about that himself, although he wasn't harsh about it or anything like that. He was just like, I don't think, you have to really worry about doing that. I think a good level is a good level, and after thinking about it, I agree with him. I'm going to be, as a result, raising my rating on Ode to a Tank Crossing the Road to a 5. I'm also going to be raising my rating on, let's see which one it is. I forgot the name of this one. But I think it was in the second pack, the Urchin one. Maybe not, hang on a sec. It could have been in the Ostrich pack. I'm looking right now. Oh yeah, Rage Rooms. I'm going to be raising that to a 5. Not that that was one of the effective ones, but I thought about that level a lot after I was done with it, and I was thinking to myself, okay, if I'm thinking about that a lot, then it must be a really good level. So anyway, we are going to be starting with sacrifices in this video, and I should mention, if a level is still not a great concept, regardless of what set it is, if I think it's kind of blah, and it's not really doing anything new in general, then I probably will still rate it low compared to some of the other ones. As well as if I think a level is better for CC2, even if it does fully work in CC1, that will probably cause my rating to go higher. So just wanted to throw that out there. So let's see what this level is all about. Be prepared to give up items in some areas here. Sometimes the sacrifice is temporary, and sometimes it is permanent. Okay, so there's no items here, and I can't push any of those, so let's go out this way. I see we've got a bowling ball. Okay, I'm assuming this is used in the block formation here. So, well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one we destroy, right? Oh, I see. We're supposed to direct fireballs into the deal. Okay. Gotcha. Because then that will unlock a bunch of other blocks. Okay. Slipping through that seems really treacherous, but maybe that's just me. There we go. Okay, so that should kill everything there. And now we should be able to just do this. Hopefully this is enough blocks, and it is. Okay. So pretty simple so far. I'm assuming this concept will just get harder. But so far so good. I'm enjoying this. Okay, now we've got flippers, and I'm assuming we have to sacrifice these in some way to proceed. And I see there's an arrow there. So I take it the ghost is supposed to go through that, maybe? Question, though, is, does the ghost need to pick up those suction boots and do something with those? Like, I don't know where that path goes, but I'm assuming we need to place those there. Let's just wait around for a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now I've got red key to use. And now I get the suction boots, apparently. I'm going to leave these here in case I somehow need them later. So I take it that was all the ghost did. It just died in the fire there. Okay, so now we've got a random force floor area, and I'm assuming we just drop these off to get them back. Okay. That was a really dumb thing to do. Why did I do that? That was so dumb. I probably don't even need to be dropping them like that. Oh. That's a... Yeah, that was a dumb. That was definitely a dumb. Kids, don't do dumbs in your life. Dumbs are dumb. Those are, I know that's like a very quotable phrase. Dumbs are dumb. J.B. Lewis, 2019. Alright, let's do this whole thing again here. So it seems like this is a sort of an advanced, well, maybe not an advanced, but a somewhat more involved item dropping tutorial, because it seems to be a little bit longer than what a traditional tutorial would entail. Alright, so now let's go over here and do this again. Yeah, and that time the bug is gone, baby, gone. There you go. No more bug. How about that? Alright, I'm not going to worry about dropping the items behind me. I don't think that's actually necessary. Whoop. Stop doing that. Can I escape? Okay, apparently not. I gotta do this the hard way. There we go. Alright, don't drop it that time. I'm really confused. Do I want the bowling ball to go through that? I'm assuming the answer is yes. I don't know what was under the canopies. Canopies are a really weird game element, by the way. Alright, so I definitely do not want to drop off these fire boots until I can assure some safety here. What do I do with this? Let me think. Oh, I see. I have to get the bomb blown up. I'm assuming by this block. So it seems like the theme of this level is just drop items off in places where you can re-access them or something like that. I don't know if it would have been safe to drop them off on a flamethrower tile. That I'm not actually sure about. This looks a little treacherous. I didn't realize ghosts could go through gravel. Oh, that's right, the ghost can go into the wall. I thought for some reason it was going to go back right away, but it did not. Okay, well, we're off to kind of a bit of a rocky start here, but hopefully we can get going. It is Friday today as of this recording, and I am feeling ready for the weekend. It has been, I wouldn't say a long week, it's actually been a really good week. It's just nice for it to be the weekend. I guess I could have slapped that block to the right there so I can get to it 2 moves sooner. Look at me trying to be all optimizing. Okay, and we'll do that again. I really like that setup. That's pretty neat. And then you have to get the flippers again. I know it's like, that's kind of elementary to some people, but I think it's pretty neat the way it works out. Alright, then we'll go in here. Whoops. No. No. How do I... That time it's not... I guess I must be on a different force. There we go. Force floor parody thing. Oh! I forgot it would go all the way through. Oops. I'm still wondering what could be under that that canopy. Let me think. What could it be? So a bowling ball can go through it, but I can't. And it's not... I don't think it would be a no sign, because... Unless it's a no bowling... No, it can't be a no bowling ball sign, because we were trying to press up against it there at the end when we cooked the level. So, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. But, hey, the good news is, the upshot of all this, is that we can do our slap right there. Pretty cool, right? Okay, maybe not. But still, it's kind of satisfying to do that. I've been trying to learn a little more, no, not lately, but in general, I've been trying to learn a little more about how to use slaps effectively in links and whatnot, just because a lot of bolds seem to, in the links rule set, a lot of the bold times seem to hinge on And especially in long block pushing levels, they seem to hinge on knowing when and how to slap things, so... Oh, come on. How do I get out of this? There we go. One thing I really do like about... Oh. Well, that was a bust. Now I can't get rid of it without doing that. Wait a minute. The pink buttons, do you have to hold them down if they control traps? I think you do. I was just wondering, because I know that they behave differently for flamethrowers. Because for flamethrowers, you only need to press them to deactivate or activate a flamethrower. But for a trap, I think it's different. I'm pretty sure it's different, actually. Okay, sorry this is taking a little longer than normal. I was kind of hoping we could be through everything pretty quickly today. But maybe we can make up some time with the later levels, depending on how difficult or easy they are. I like the fact that you can just kill the bug by doing that. That's pretty sweet. I feel like the intention behind this was to have to dodge the bug like we did the first attempt we went through that. Yay, we got through that on the first attempt. Nice. Okay, this time do not pick up the bowling ball. Go this way. I still can't think of what tile would be here that would prevent Chip from crossing. I'm sure I'm missing some things. There's so many elements in CC2, it's crazy. So I'm pretty sure I can just let these go. Oh. That answers that question. I cannot let those go. I should not have done that. I should have trusted that the designer would have tested that instead of trying to bust everything. And for some reason I thought I was one column to the left and not on the right side like I was there. It's weird how you can hold down keys and they make you go farther than you think you went. Man, that is a really tight fit. I don't know, for some reason, and maybe it's just a matter of like getting used to the timing, but CC2 monster gap timing is so different from CC1. At least it feels like that to me. Even CC1 links, it feels very different. But yeah, the Jazz Pack, I can't remember, but I want to say on the Discord server, some people were talking about this one. I don't remember if it was like good talk, or if it was like, ooh, Jazz Pack, there's a lot of really bad levels in this one and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to try to get my head in the game, don't make any more mistakes here, because we have been at this one level for several minutes now. Okay, there we go. That was nice. Okay, do not get that ball. I wish I could test out my theory about the pink button and trap stuff here. I'm assuming you have to hold it down just because it's a wire connection and all that. Okay, so I cannot let these go on a flamethrower. That's an interesting behavior piece. I don't think I've ever tried that before. And I want to say if you drop them off on normal fire, you're fine. I kind of wish there wasn't all this waiting to do. That is probably one of the biggest complaints I have about the level, is that some of these rooms feel a tad more tedious than they need to be. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we move on to this, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a cloner. I mean, if it is, it doesn't really do any good, unless there's a hook. Yeah, there's a hook. Okay, so what do we do here? I guess we do this. I don't know how I'm supposed to get over there. Oh, I see. There's a thing. Alright, so the question at this point, and thankfully the level's untimed, which is kind of nice. The question I have is, where do I basically take this thing. And if I go up, do I take it with me? And I think it doesn't... Oh, okay, so I don't actually take it with me. Okay, so I need to... Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Alright, that should have been a red key. I'm sorry, but that could have easily been avoided by that being a red key. That's one of those things that you could easily change to whomever made this. I find that frustrating because it's one of those elements of a level that I don't feel like you needed to do that. You could have easily made that something else. I didn't realize that if I went a different direction on a railroad, that the block wouldn't have continued following me like that. I thought it continued following you just because it's on a railroad. I didn't realize it worked differently. But hey, we're learning all kinds of new things, and that is definitely a plus, because again, the CC2 mechanic exploration in the original game was very lacking, and I'm really hoping that this set explores some things, you know, as long as it doesn't feel overwhelming to learn all those things. And I think a lot of the basic levels that are designed for that purpose that I've seen so far in voting are, at least in my opinion so far, been really good at doing that. So I'm excited to see what's next. I think it'll be good. I wish there was like a bowling ball clone machine that you could use to get rid of all these guys. That'd be kind of nice. But alas, it's not meant to be. This section with the ghost, I don't understand what the sacrifice here is. Like, this doesn't exactly fit into the theme. Unless the fire boots are meant to be taken by the ghosts to go somewhere. Is that a thing? I don't think so, because the ghosts still can't go anywhere. So let's just keep our fire boots. Okay, so I'm going to get the hook, and this time we're going to continue going this way. So yeah, it continues doing that. That's really interesting. Okay, I feel like I need to push this back so I don't block up the path for the, yeah, for that. So let's leave it there. Hopefully that's fine. And I'm going to get my green key taken away. But it looks like we'll get another one later, so that's good. Okay, so I can safely do this. Excellent. Alright, so now oh, whoops. Yeah, so I do have to hold it down. I'll drop these just so I don't permanently lose them in case I go back to that area, but I don't think I will be. Okay, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that I have to leave this here. Good, okay. So now we open that up, and now we've got a turtle maze here. Okay, that's pretty easy. Alright, so now oh, okay. Oh, I see the shtick here. I have to make sure it's available at the end of all this. Okay. And then this area, what do we do with this? I'm scared to press that that button, but I think I have to. Or the teeth on the top will run away. Oh, I see the shtick here. I have to do this and then change to be... Oh. I have to change to be Melinda, and... What if the teeth... What if the timing is completely off on that? That's a little close for comfort. Yeah, I don't know if the step affects that in any way. This one is a little bit better, I think. because that leaves you with some room, but I'm a little uncertain about the step parity of that, and I don't really want to take the time to find out at this point in the level. But all in all, that was pretty decent. I'll give that one a 3. It's a decent item dropping kind of tutorial. So let's move on to partition. Kind of like that song, I guess. So this looks like kind of an item swapper, but there's blobs, I guess, and there's blobs. So yeah, this looks like there's a lot of different elements that we can use here. I'm going to become chip for now because I think I have to start with that. Okay, this looks really treacherous, but I'm going to get the chips around the exit while the blobs are clearing out, hopefully. I'm not sure our situation has really improved, but it looks like it's a little better. I wonder if some of the blobs will turn to other monsters if they go through the transmogrifier. I forget what the sequence for that is. I think... do they turn to walkers? Because I know that fireball... oh, I have to turn back into chip. Okay. I know fireballs and paramecia... oh, they turn to teeth. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. So they turn into teeth, huh? At least they're blue teeth and not red teeth. So now I just got to find out... oh, wait a minute. There's a fire boot there. Okay, so we just need to figure out where the rest of our... oh, there is a walker there. I don't know if that was changed from a transmogrifier visit or what. I wouldn't be surprised if it weren't, though. If it were. Not sure how I feel about a long item swapper with a bunch of blobs. That's not exactly sitting very well with me. And it looks like I need to be Melinda again for the next bit here. Which means the teeth are going to come after me now. But we'll change that back to chip. Okay, I think we've done most of what we can do out here. So at some point we're going to need a hook to pull out some of these blocks, I think. I don't know how we're supposed to get that railroad thing. But I know beyond the railroad thing is the I want to call it the zapper, the electricity thing. Okay. I'm letting go of the flippers for now. Oh, there's a glider. So at this point, I should probably just leave some of these out here. Okay, I don't want to drop the railroad thing while I'm inside that area, so I'm just going to drop that for now. Oh, wow, that was close. Kids, don't do that at home. Like, really, you don't want to take giant risks like that at home. Because that could be super bad. I want to hold on to the hiking boots, though. Alright, so at this point... oof, that blob. Let's wait a little bit here. I guess I could put boots to help with that. That is an option, so I should probably be taking that. Oh, hello. Let's drop that off and collect this bowling ball guy here. I'm assuming this is for the block over here, because I don't think I can actually unhook that block since it's... I almost pressed right. That would have been bad. I don't believe I can unhook this since it's pointed down. No. So let's destroy that and exit. Alright, that's partition. Not exactly a favorite. I'm giving that a 1. Item swapping, just plain old item swapping plus blobs is not particularly fun, especially if it lasts that long across that much space. Alright, restrictions. We've got a multi-character level here. You are not allowed to make more than 7 moves. You are not allowed to make more than 18 moves. Okay. So I take it this controls Melinda's prison area. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try that. Okay. 18 moves. Let's go. 4, 5, 6. Oh, hello. Okay, let's just see what happens when I make a bunch of moves. Oh, I meant to switch. I didn't mean to restart. Okay, let's try this again. I don't understand what that turnstile thing there is all about. Let me look at this. You should have 120 moves left for the next part. More than enough. Alright. I don't get what Melinda's supposed to be doing here other than doing that. Maybe that's all. Maybe I should just focus on that for now. Alright, so 120 moves to do a Sokoban puzzle. I think we can manage that. That's not really... Why did I do that? Okay. Okay, let's try this again with a little less fail. So, I feel like I need to do something like this. Except I need to do more like that so I can actually get this down here. That might help a little bit. Okay, how do I shuffle these around? I'm nervous that I'm going to mess this up somehow. And I don't think this is really doing any good. I should probably just experiment on this without the movement restriction as a thing to worry about, just to see... Okay, that's how you do it. Well, I think I went over the limit, but yeah, that's not happening. So what do you do here? Is this just get all the stuff out of the way? I'm assuming the answer is yes. Except that probably didn't do any good because I just shoved everything into a corner. This is a really interesting concept, and I'm not sure if block slapping is required. I wouldn't be surprised if it were, though. Alright, I'm just going to focus on Chip's bit here for now. And I think I've already ruined it because I didn't do that right away. Okay, so as long as I do this, I think I'm fine. I keep forgetting to do that. I need to actually get these, like, properly out of the way. Okay, so I don't know if this means that I've failed because the thing is closed. Or maybe I didn't fail. Maybe everything's fine and nothing's ruined and stuff. Okay, that's not good. That's obviously not the solution. There's definitely a way to get out of that. Oh, hello. I have to do this first, don't I? What? Oh, I missed that. So if I make a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it definitely affects the other character whenever you go over the limit. I'd be curious to see what's controlling this. Why is it... Hang on. Oh, I have to stay on one of the things. Oh! Whoops, okay. That makes sense. So there's something hitting something here. I don't know what it is, but there's something hitting something. Okay, let's push this all the way over. And I don't remember... Did I do that a little prematurely? No, I did not. I just have to do something like this. Okay. I have no idea if I'm in the clear on this or not. How do you get past this? That part seems to be really bizarre. Oh, and now I went over the limit. Okay. Yeah, this is a really interesting level, I will say that much. Alright. For Melinda's sake, I don't know what to do here. So I apparently have 20 moves. And at least 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have to be used on that. But how to get the rest of the ice blocks is the question. See, I feel like you have to slap some of these. Oh wait, that's how you do it. You just do that. Well, I'm kind of dumb. Alright, so now I need to do this part again. So let's try to be very careful with how we do this bit here. Thankfully, we've got plenty of time from a time limit perspective. That's not really a problem. Now, do I push this one in for now over here? Is the question. I think the answer is yes, actually. 'Cause I think we wasted time doing that before, too. Wait, I may have done that a bit early. Guys, what did I do wrong here? Oh, never mind. I feel like I wasted time on that. No! Ah, man. Okay, we saw it close. We know we're close on this. Oh, wait. I need to actually be there. That might help. Okay. Try it again. There we go. And now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and do my little trick here. And that probably counted as a move, which is probably not good for us. I know I'm being a little sensitive about that, but after last time, I'm like, I don't want to waste any time. The hint says more than enough, but I'm not sure what the author of this level considers that. Okay, in terms of what's more than enough. Okay. So we know that this is the opening sequence that we need to do here. Let me leave it there so I can save time by doing that. And let me push this all the way. That might actually help a bit. Okay, I keep forgetting how to do this part. I don't know why, but for some reason I keep forgetting. And I think what I have to remember is not to. So maybe that was a waste of time. Well, not a waste of time, but like there was no point in doing that kind of situation. Alright, so I think we're good. I think we're fine on this one. Okay, good. We made it through. I'm sure with Yask you could probably come up with um, a better solution that's more optimal than what I just did right there, but we managed to get through in the nick of time, and that's what counts. So I'm going to give that level a 4. I really liked that concept. I feel like you could explore it maybe a little more, and that would, for me at least, might give it a 5 if it were explored with a little more variation. The Melinda bit with the ice blocks, I didn't feel like that was particularly challenging. I just kind of missed the solution in front of my face a bunch. But it was still fun. I liked that one a lot, so props to whoever made that one. Alright, light antechamber. Now I'm really sensitive about all my movement here now, and I'm trying to be so careful. Oh, this is definitely a Dave level. That is the Dave signature right there. Okay, what do we have going on here? Okay, there's a lot of connected traps and stuff. Apparently I need 4 blocks out of this. And that apparently has to be accomplished with the help of our block friends here. Is there a block over here? No, there's not. There's also nothing there, but we can bring one over this way. So all the buttons except for that one in the bottom right have to be held down right now. So let's figure this out. If I bring the other one up, I think I'm going to need to do that first. I don't want to ruin the path for this other block, so let's do that initially, and then we can... Oh wait, no, we pull it this way. Ah, okay. Alright, so this goes there. This is actually not so hard. This goes there. Okay, I don't want to push it down because then I won't be able to retrieve that. And that should be, yes, that is good enough. So now I just need to move this up or down one space and then move this over here. Okay, so this wasn't so bad. Alright, so now we get to go down this way. And I think we have to do this by coming around from the other side. Yes, okay. So let's push that first, then this one. Alright, so I had to use all 4. And it looks like I just have to do that. Okay, so this is really easy. This is actually kind of more tedious than anything else. I saw the thin walls and I was like, oh wow, this is going to be a hard Sokoban kind of thing, but it's actually not. It's actually pretty simple. Okay. Yeah, the force floors don't even make much of a difference here. Alright, there we go. So yeah, Dave has made a series of levels that all have light in the title. So yeah, he was the one who did the, what was the name of that level? The slow light one that we saw a few videos ago. What do we do here? I see we've got a bunch of blocks and they need to go on certain buttons. I don't know if there's any, like, restrictions with where some of these should go. But I can make a few guesses on some of these, and maybe it's not as hard as I'm thinking. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to actually push the one in the middle first, because that will unlock a lot of room. So let's do that one. And then let's do... Oh, I see. I think this one up here has to go to the one over... Yeah, that one. That guy right there. So let's put this one up, or down over here. I'm not going to push that up quite yet, just in case. I don't want to mess anything up there. This one down here, I think I'm going to have to push over to the right first. So it's just an order of operations thing. That's pretty much what this is. And let me just make sure it's not one space over. Oh, it is one space over. Okay, that would have been quite a trick if you had to keep it on that that column and you couldn't really back out. But thankfully you can, even if I pushed it all the way there. So maybe that's not even a trick. Then we'll go over here, get that, and then we'll do the other two right here. Thankfully there's a path here, so it's not really difficult to do any of this. There we go. Alright, so now we can get the key that is located right here. Excellent. And we can leave this way, but now we gotta push all the blocks through. I kinda wish you didn't have to do this, because this part feels a little on the tedious side. Gotta be honest, this feels pretty tedious. So I feel like the block puzzle that we just accomplished, I feel like that was the main course for this area. Okay, and then we've got the one up here, which is just a matter of turning it around. Okay. So far the first room is my favorite. Looks like we got one more room, or maybe two. I think it's two, actually. Hopefully we have enough time for all this. Alright, so we gotta transport 4 blocks onto these buttons here. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm assuming these two are involved with this area. I don't want to waste any time here, so let's do that and that on this. Yes, this one's a little faster, it would seem. There we go. And then this guy right there. There we go. Alright. So now we can go here. And now we just do more pushing here, more tedious pushing. Alright. I feel like some of this level could have been condensed a bit with some of these Sokoban rooms. I feel like they didn't have to be this huge in general. Like, why did it have to be this wide? Like, this could have easily been condensed, especially with CC2 thin walls. You could have done that. Alright, then the final room, I think. The final room. Oh, we got some conditions here with the traps, huh? Very interesting. Alright. So that's the ultimate goal, is to get to that key. Alright. We get this guy right there, and then we can extract this one. But first I need to hold that down so that we can get the key in general. Okay. So now I'm going to have to undo all this, and I'm going to have to be really careful with how I unposition all the blocks, so to speak. Alright, so this block I think is going to have to go next, so we'll put it there for now. But I want to make sure, yeah, this one can start moving away here. Alright, so that's good. I think we've got plenty of time. It's actually not that bad. The second room I felt was a little more nerve-wracking just because I didn't know if there was going to be any dependencies with where to place the blocks. But turns out it was pretty straightforward, and there was a lot of room to not... there was basically a lot of room to maneuver everything. Okay, so this should be good. Excellent. Alright, that's going to get a 2. If it weren't for the first room, I might have given it a 1. But the first room, I liked that. That was a pretty cool first room. But other than that, the other Sokoban puzzles were pretty straightforward. They felt more tedious than anything else. So anyway, we're going to move on to, speaking of tedium, we're going to move on to Blob Jail, which is a level that I am very familiar with thanks to CCLP1 and CCLP4 for that matter. So this level was made by Henry Potts, who's well known for making things like Spumoni and what other stuff did he make? He made a lot of stuff in CCLP1. He made quite a few of the lesson levels, and oh man, what else did he do? I'm blanking here. Spumoni. I feel like he had like at least 10 levels. He did Puzzle Box in CCLP4. I remember that. What am I missing here? He's made quite a few levels that have not made it into a CCLP yet. Some of them are pretty long and scaled pretty high as far as the amount of space they take up and whatnot. But man, I am failing to remember a lot of these levels he made. I'm so sorry, Henry, if you're watching this. But yeah, this one kind of gained some notoriety for being really long and tedious. Because basically what you're seeing right now, this is pretty much it. You are pushing blocks into these little alcoves to get the chips, kind of like Writer's Block, but with blobs, like a lot of blobs. So I will just go ahead and straight up say right now, if I die on this, especially far into the level, I am not going to replay it. I think you guys know what the gist of this level is. But yeah, isn't this fun? We're just pushing stuff around. Don't even have to think at all. Well, I guess you kind of have to with respect to the how you can like contain some of the blobs maybe, but you do have to use all the blocks. So I guess there is one good thing about this level in CC2 versus CC1, and that is that if you contain all the blocks or the blobs in blocks, I think you can you slap them? Actually, no, I don't think you can slap them. So no, scratch what I just said. If you make like a diamond shape with the blocks and the blobs inside, you cannot really slap that apart because there's no... Well, wait a minute. Can you do it with the horizontal slap maneuver thing? That, for whatever reason, doesn't apply vertically. I'm trying to visualize it while I'm playing the level, which is really awkward. And I think the answer is no. I could be wrong, but I think the answer is no. Alright, yeah, this is going to take a while. We're going to be here for a while. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Deconstruction from CCLP2, except a lot longer and a lot more danger, because in that level you could just kill the bugs outright, but in this level you don't have that luxury with these blobs. You have to actually... Oh, I cooked it. Alright, you know what? We're skipping this. That's getting a 1. That level is not exactly fun. It's very long. It's not scaled very well. Sorry, Henry, but not exactly a favorite of mine. Alright, Spirit Portal. A ghost will drop a portal only if another portal, A, exists, and B, is unblocked in the direction of the ghost's travel. What? Hang on a sec. A ghost will drop a portal only if another portal exists and is unblocked in the direction of the ghost's travel. Oh, so if the ghost has items. I see. Okay. So I take it these eyes, we're supposed to collect these and get the ghost to... Oh. I see. I see. Okay. Well, first things first, I'm going to get these... This is obviously based on Lesson 6 from the original game. So I need to add one of these eyes to your inventory. So how about we do that first before I do anything else here? I don't know if there are any other portals that exist, so to speak. I mean, can I transport you over here? Will that work? Okay. So you're over here now. Oh no! Oops, he picked it up. That's right. It's not unblocked because I had it. Silly me. Alright, let's drop one of those eyes here. Alright, I'm going to leave you here. No, I'm going to leave you there. And... okay, there we go. Can I get there in time? And I think the answer is yes, as long as I go through myself. Except I'm going to have to be really careful with where I put it. Oh, whoops. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. Gotta be careful. Gotta be super careful here. Alright, so I'm going to drop this, this guy here. Well, actually, wait. No, there was an eye over there, right? Because we want him to drop that, don't we? Yeah. That was silly of me. I think we have to use the upper section to do this. So... oh, I see. Because we have the eye, we can see the invisible stuff. So let me make sure I understand this. If the ghost got the teleports... I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. So, he's going to have 3 eyes, and is going to be over here. He's going to get this 4th eye. So somehow, he's got to drop the teleport. So I have to hold on to the other one. Okay, I think I see how this works. We have to basically use the upper area, I think is how you do this. I think. Oh no, we don't actually have to use the upper area. We just have to make sure that's... hang on a sec. There we go. Now I don't have any more eye power, but that's alright. Alright, so now we're completely free of eyes. We don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm going to just go ahead and get these chips for now. Alright, I just want to make sure I get over there real quick and... oh no, 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 no. Okay. I think that should work. Except that didn't happen where it needed to happen. So, I think the moral of the story here is that we have to get the 5th item to be picked up as that eye. So somehow, the ghost has to hold on to the teleport before getting into this room? I'm trying to understand how this works. Let me go ahead and drop off 2 of these so we've got at least some room to think here with all the walls where they need to be. I also see there's some stuff outside. I don't know how you get to those bonuses, but I'm sure there's a way. Alright, so he's got 2 eyes right now. I think as long as... it's almost like I want him to pick up a yellow teleport before going in there. But I'm not entirely certain how to make him loop around prior to getting the eye. That's a mystery. Like, that part I don't understand at all. How do you do that? Like, how do you even enforce that? Is the question. Because at this point, unless you can put the teleport... oh, I see. You put it here. Oh. Heh heh heh. Okay, I think I see how you do it. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to actually make the... I don't know if you actually have to use the upper section. But I'm going to make sure this eye gets dropped off, so he has 3 items. Let's put that there. And then we will put this right here. And I think that should work, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, got it. Oh no, he came through! I didn't realize he was going to do that. Oh, okay. I may want to be actually a little more careful about that. But hey, we know how to solve the level. That's pretty cool. So let's put that there. That's a really nifty solution. I like that. Okay. So now we can get more of a front row seat to this whole thing here. And we give the ghosts more room to fly around. There we go. That's really cool. I like that concept. And I like the fact that there's a hint that explained the mechanic that you're using. That is very much appreciated. So you know what? 5 out of 5. That is an excellent level, and I really enjoyed it. Alright, return strategies. So we've got an area here in the middle. We've got stuff to do out here, which apparently... Can I get to all these right away? I can get to the top and the bottom ones, but not this one. Actually, I can't even get to the top one. So I think I'm forced to do this one first. So it seems like the idea here is that we're supposed to build a path back to the start. Is that what's going on? Because as soon as I go through this, I'm going to lose my hiking boots. And then I'm going to have to come back after pressing the toggle button. So it looks like what we need to do is push all the blocks into corners here, or somewhere where they can't be retrieved, in order to open the whole thing up. I need to be really careful because I can see some of them are on edges, and as a designer of a level who has done this before, I know some of these tricks. And I want to be super careful that I don't cook the level by putting additional blocks in spaces that are meant for other blocks. So apparently, I'm going to have to push a block as I'm coming out of that, or maybe 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to save room for those 2 there. Okay, that's going to be really interesting to navigate. Okay, so how do I break through this? This is going to be really interesting too, and I think I'd go in here first. Oh no, don't tell me I've already messed this up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already cooked this. Let's go and start this over. Because those 4 blocks need to stay down there. Man, I should have seen that coming. Alright, that one I know I can push there. I might as well push that. And then some of these I think we can just push to the right. I don't think that'll be an issue, right? Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So I just need to make sure I've got plenty of room for everything else here. And not push anything additional on the bottom, because that's not a good thing. Except, wait a minute, I may have been a little premature in doing that. I want to open this up first. I need to figure out a way to get in there without any adverse effects. How do I do that? This whole bottom thing is going to be a tricky one to navigate, but I think if I push that second block from the bottom over here, I did not mean to push that. I was so focused on the other area. Alright, we are going to be here for a little while, everybody. I think this area is going to be a toughie. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a little tedious, but we can figure it out. But yeah, I think I'm supposed to do that. So let's go there. If I can just get all these bottom ones done, I feel like the rest of the level opens up after that. There we go. Okay, I got to remember how to do this part. This part is a tricky one. But I think we do that. We can do that, and then we go there. There we go. Okay, so at this point, it's mainly a matter of getting the rest of these out of the way. So this top area is great for that, I think, because you can get stuff over here into place without any real problems. Okay, so far so good. It looks like there's a lot of room for those three right there. But yeah, I made a level kind of like this in Walls of CC2LP1 called Day 1 Inside the Bunker, which was a reference to a Rock Genereux level. Let's do this. This is actually not that hard, it's just long. But thankfully it's interesting, which is the important part. So once you get past that first bit, I feel like the rest of it kind of falls into place. Okay. We go there. We go there. I hope I didn't do anything to seal my fate in a bad way over here. But it looks like we got a lot of room, which is great. As long as I keep these spaces open for the remaining blocks here, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Looks like the path is pretty much carved out. So at this point, it's just pushing those remaining ones there. Alright, so we don't have our eye anymore. So let's go ahead and go back. I guess we could have left... Hang on a sec. We could have left the eye out here. I hope we didn't need that for the future, but I hope that has been considered when designing this level. Alright, so now we have access to some additional pieces of the level here. It looks like this one we can't do yet. We need fire boots or something for that, but maybe this one we can. It looks like this one requires flippers, though. So it appears that we need to decide which side we're going to do based on what I'm seeing here, right? Because I could go here and do that, or I can go here and do that. So why don't we turn to Chip and we'll do the flippers first. Okay, so this is building a bridge. This is Build a Bridge Workshop all over again. So I need to get stuff from this side built, right? I think that's going to be a good idea, hopefully. And I think 2 of these blocks I need to use over there, so let's work on that to bridge over to the 3 blocks. Because that will be a nice use of our block space here. So far I will say the only negative I have about this is that if you mess up on one section, the level is not entirely linear with the first part, and that's a little on the frustrating side. Wait a minute. Was that wrong? Oh no. No! You cannot be serious here, unless... Wait a minute. I have an idea. I have an idea. Maybe this was intended to force you to do this, but what if I put the flippers down over this way? Hang on. This will be good. This is probably a bust. I don't think this is actually intentional. But, oh no, I need the flippers in there. Oh man, that was considered. Okay, never mind. I thought we were being optimal with this. I really did. I don't know what I missed here. But yeah, I can't go back that way. Okay, that's a real shame, because now... Oh wait, no, I could have gone here the whole time. Never mind, it's not linear. Okay, so what did we miss? What did we miss? We need 2 blocks up here, right? That we know. We need 2 blocks down here. We need a block over here. Maybe that's the key. The block needs to be on this side, and then 2 here, and then 2 here. So 4, 8, 9, and we've got 12. So, what am I supposed to make of this? I'm not entirely certain, actually. Yeah, this is really interesting. I don't know, guys. Like, what... Because it's like 2 spaces everywhere, right? It's 2 spaces everywhere you go. Except for this. This is 1 space, and... Oh, it's 1 space. Ah, I think I see it. So I could use another space here. So, hang on a sec. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? Can we do that? So we would need 9, 10, and we could do an 11, 12 here, I suppose, to get to those. Why don't we give it a shot? The worst thing that could happen is that this fails miserably, but I have a feeling that this is actually the correct solution. Except, wait a minute. This doesn't actually answer the question of how we get blocks out from here. Now, if this were... Oh no, it is linear because of the toggle walls. I forgot about that. If we had the toggle walls, we could actually... Could we, though? Because we couldn't go back this way. So I think that's that's not going to work either. So we do have to go down here first. There's no way around that. We actually have to do this section first. That's a bit of a bummer. I'm kind of sad about that. I guess you could work on the other sections, but the fact that this is so large as it is and everything doesn't exactly earn this level a lot of points in my book. Especially with all this block pushing. Thankfully it's not horribly tedious, but it still kinda is. Let me push that there so I can do that, and then we can work our way around for the rest of it. Maybe this section isn't that bad, it's just that I spent so much time on it earlier that it feels longer than it might actually be. Because some levels can be like that. Let's push you here. There we go. I feel like we need to clear some stuff here first before doing a whole lot more. with this. Let's go ahead and start building this part up here. But yeah, I'm going to try to be a lot more careful about that upper room, because that's a lot more than meets the eye. I like the idea of this level, though. It's got a very interesting concept behind it. And at its core, it reminds me a lot of some CC1 levels that do similar things, but with CC2 elements, there's a lot more room to explore this, the space that this concept could encompass. So I really like the fact that this level exists. I do think, though, that it could have been condensed a little bit, but I want to say this is from Joshua Bones' Walls of CC1, and I want to say this is Mugger Square, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got 4 quadrants, and they all kind of have this sort of like oval shape to them. So yeah, I think this might be Mugger Square. So let's just continue pushing blocks around, I guess. We'll just keep doing this until we get to the end of this section. Sad that I'm only on the 7th level. I kind of wish we were beyond this point in the pack, but that's alright. It's all good. Okay. We don't really have much left here. In fact, I think we could get away with going now. Yeah. So let's go and not do that. But I'm actually gonna position the eye right there so I can get it later. Oh, except I can't because it's on gravel. I should have put it somewhere else. Oh well. That's alright. I don't know if we'll really need it anyway, after seeing the other rooms. Okay, so now let's get up here, now that we have toggle power, change ourselves into chip, and we'll go to this water area again. Okay, so I think we had a pretty decent concept for how this should work. Problem, though, is that we need to figure out a way to get the best use out of these blocks. And maybe that doesn't involve bridging over to the side. Maybe it's just going down this area. So is this enough blocks to work with here? So we've got 6 blocks, 2 would go here, 2 would go here, and 2 would go here. So the answer is no. So we really need 1 more block to go this way. How we're going to do that, though, I don't understand. That part is a mystery, as they say. And we could theoretically just kind of do a zigzag thing down here, but then we don't have anything back to this area. So that's a problem too. So where does that leave us now? Ugh. I don't know. This is a really bizarre one. Really bizarre. I don't get how you're supposed to do this. I feel like you're supposed to use this here to come back this way. And then... But we only have 6, though. How do you overcome only having 6? That's the problem here. We only have 6. Unless the idea is that we're supposed to do, let me map this out. 2, 4, no, it's still 6. Huh. So it doesn't really matter what we do there. We need 6 to even, well, we need 4 to escape here, but 2 of them would have to be used to get a 4th one anyway, so that's not really going to pan out. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is bizarre. like, I'm trying to do the math in my head here, and it's just not working. And like, in order to build something here, I would need 7. I would need 3 here, then 2 here, and then 2 more. So how do you overcome that? There's got to be a way to do it, but our path is blocked off. Unless the idea... Well, no, because you can only go through that once. I can't position a block here because the flippers were inside the teleport thing, right? Yeah. So there was no way I could have gotten a block out here and done that. Like, that's just not possible. So I don't really know what to do with this. This feels unwinnable. I just don't see it. What am I missing with this one, guys? What am I missing with this? Because I am not seeing it. And honestly, this time limit is way too short to figure all this out in one go, especially if the level is going to be this linear. I mean, my goodness, this is way too short of a time limit. Make the level untimed, for crying out loud. I don't know. I kind of want to just do the other one now. Don't tell me I have to go to the other one and bring blocks from that. Except I can't. There's no way to do that except with yellow teleports or dynamite. Yeah, if I could just push a block off of here, that'd be one thing, but I can't even do that. So I'm just gonna run with what I know, I guess. But I feel like this is just gonna lead us back to where we were before. So let's just do this, I suppose. Yeah, I don't have enough blocks for any of this. I can get to the doors, but I can't get back. There's no way to get back. How do you get back? I don't get this one, guys. Maybe I'm just not in the right headspace for this, but I guess I could come in here and figure out the solution before executing a real run on this, but that feels really, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that. What am I missing here, guys? What am I missing? I have no idea what I'm missing. Like, the whole thing is symmetrical enough that none of this even seems to matter. Unless, hang on. There could be like an element of ordering this that I'm missing here. Except I don't think this really does anything. Is there like a choke point at which all of this stuff could, like, everything basically hinges on one block going into a certain spot, and that's how you win the whole thing? Because I feel like this works, but the problem with this is that now there's no way to get a block up there. So now we're stuck, right? Like, that's... Oh, man. Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't see this one. I'm sure the solution is somehow right in front of my face, and I'm just missing it. But you just can't escape the fact that it's set up this way. 2 have to go here. If you're going to even use these, 2 have to go here, right? And then unless, hang on a sec. Well, no, that's not even going to do any good. What if we did? I'm just messing around at this point. What if we did something like this, though? I feel like this is just accomplishing the same thing as before, and nothing's really getting done. Yeah, that was just a longer way of doing what we did earlier, right? Yeah, this did not do anything. Let me go to the other room with Melinda, I guess. So we have a fire / ice block similar thing over here. Okay. This is going to be... What in the world am I supposed to do with this? What? Oh, that was a bomb. Whoops. So it seems like these are open, but then I need to zigzag across to get this to really work. I don't get it. I'm Melinda, so I can skate, but the blocks can't skate, so I mean that's kind of obvious, but so the problem I can see with going up, just completely up, is that there's really no way out of that. So I would need to come up with some kind of... Okay, this seems to be a good strategy for getting up there. But what about... Maybe you do actually have to go in a straight line. See, the problem with this one is that it doesn't seem like there's enough to do anything. Like, how would you even use all of this? Because, I mean, there's fire everywhere here, which... There's like 3 spaces between all this, so maybe going across is not even going to be worth it. Yeah, like, I need at least all of these to get down there. How in the world do you do this level? What? I don't get it, guys. You know what? I'm going to watch the solution for this because at this point, this has been frustrating enough. I wouldn't mind this level getting into the set if it were untimed. Let's just put it that way. But I'm going to go into our newly named thing here, you can see. And the map is hidden, but I don't care because I'm going to watch a replay. And yeah, it looks like you actually do have to do it in this order. So we know what this part entails, so that's nice. Tell you what, I'm going to be right back. I just need to step away for a minute, but I'll be right back as soon as this section is done, alright? See you guys in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Looks like this section is pretty much as we thought. It looks like you really do have to pay attention to what's on the bottom, although it looks like he's doing it from right to left, which is an interesting approach. That's probably an ideal one, actually, when you think about it. Maybe it's a little better than my left side and then right side way of doing it. But yeah, the other sections I'm very curious to know what the solutions are, and that might influence my voting of the level. We'll see how it turns out. But right now, I'm kind of a little ambivalent about this one. Like, it's an interesting idea. I feel like the other sections were okay from what I've seen so far. The train track one, I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's like. But I'm worried that that one's going to be a bunch of potential misstep kind of situations. Depending on how tight it is. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this bit of it is done. But yeah, the time limit for this, I feel like you could do away with that. I don't think you need a time limit for this one. Okay, here we go. So which section are you doing first? This one? Oh! You can do both? You can get both the... That I did not know. Interesting, okay. I wonder if that means you can take blocks in between areas. That would be fascinating to find out. I should have realized that this section involved doing this when I saw you didn't really have enough ice blocks to completely ice everything. This is really interesting. Definitely a pretty tricky one, though. If this got into the set, this would have to be pretty late into it. Oh, so that's the way back, huh? I will say, this definitely uses the symmetry of the level to very fascinating effect. Nice. That is really slick. I like that. So now the path is all plotted out. But you have to drop the flippers so you don't lose those. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Kind of a fun realization to come to. I just wish that bottom room wasn't required first. That's like my only complaint about this level so far. We'll have to see what the rest of it is like here. So now we change into ship, right? Yep. And we already have these, so... Oh, you know what? I just realized what the solution is. I think you actually have to position the block in front of the teleport and then go back. Yeah, there we go. That completely changes everything. Yeah. That's pretty clever, I will say that. That's a very interesting use of the space. Because I think you're forced to do it like that with all the stuff you have at the bottom versus what you have at the top, right? Based on what we saw before. But yeah, that left-right connection is definitely very unexpected. I'm still processing how I feel about that, but it's pretty clever. Okay, so we're forced to give up the flippers now. My only real complaint with this level is that the ordering of the rooms is a little frustrating. Okay, here we go. We go down there. And then we go over there. Alright, so the objective now is to get a blue button press. So, yeah, all of those are connected to individual tracks, it looks like. So I think that means that if you run over them, Yeah, you don't actually change them. You can only change them through the buttons, so that's kind of nice. I like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how the pink button connected ones work. They're not like normal switches. I think you actually have to go and play with them in order for them to work. Yeah, they don't change. Okay, so this upper room's actually not very hard. This upper room's actually pretty easy when you boil it down. Now, what would have been interesting for this room is to have pink buttons control different things, and then you'd have to like kind of like unravel it in a way, or maybe have gray buttons influence it. But the problem with gray buttons is then some of the forks would behave differently. Okay, so that's a really cool level. My only complaint with this is that the whole thing is very linear. That would probably be my main complaint with this one. But other than that, I think it's pretty decent. Also, it's long. So I'm going to give this one a 3. I'm kind of a little ambivalent about it, but that ice block thing was pretty cool, the way that works. So, you know what? We'll raise it to a 4. We'll raise it to a 4. I don't want my frustrations to be determining the vote here, so... Anyway, the next level is called Brainworm. And this looks to be pretty interesting. Yeah, this is going to be a timing level. Do 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 bum 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 bum. There we go. Okay, that was pretty simple. Not exactly a favorite. I'm gonna give that one a 1. I'm not a fan of just, hey, let's make the timing on something really difficult for somebody, you know. Alright, Soko Bomb. Make sure all the blocks are destroyed before hitting the green button. Okay, so this is actually one of my levels, and this is one I really hope gets into the set, actually. We'll see if it's still good on a second go-around here, but the idea of it is that you're basically supposed to... Well, first of all, you're supposed to hold on to these fire boots, but I'm going to keep them in case the dynamite causes fire things that I need to push stuff over. Like that, for example. I'm actually trying to remember how I did this. But the idea behind this is that you're supposed to destroy like swaths of blocks. There we go. And I'm going to try to see if I can do this with 3, because I know that's possible. So I would have to put it there for this to work. And we would need to put one here, and then this. We also need to make sure we have enough room for the dynamite there as well. This might actually be a lot easier than what I was remembering this level being like. So if you can do this, you get a bonus opportunity, which is pretty sweet. There we go. The idea here is that we're trying to clear the way for this stream of fireballs to go in through this whole room unimpeded. That's the concept behind this. Alright, so let's go and get these two here. Like that. And I'm going to leave this in there. There we go. And now we've got one dynamite left with which to get a bonus, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this level isn't really that hard. I probably could have done with just the 3 dynamites. In fact, CC2LP1 staff, I'm really curious to know if they might want that change, because this kind of is starting to remind me of the Ode to a tank crossing the road kind of bonus situation right now. I must admit, a lot of the CC2 levels I made right off the bat had some pretty frivolous bonuses, so maybe it's not really worth it in this case. So I'm going to give that one a 4. I think that one's alright. It's a good concept, but I think more could be done with it. Alright, double take. Each maze contains one extra chip adapted from the custom witness puzzle Electromagnet Chamber by Ogotu. So yes, this is another level I submitted, and this one is not original entirely. It's got another designer basically behind it, but the core concept is that you're supposed to find your way through 2 mazes and end up here. So the whole thing is a mirror of the other side. It's kind of the idea here. And now I got to remember how I did this. I think that was a fail. Let's try this again here. I'm gonna have to remember how to do this. Yeah, that is definitely not how you do it. Oof, man. Okay. I think that's it. Let's try that. Yeah, this is how you do it, and then of course I mess it up right there. Okay, so we know how to do the first room. Now we just got to figure out how to do the second room with a different start and end point. Well, it's a different start point. I guess it's the same end point. So from here we could go boom, 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 boom. Hang on. How do I want to do this? Oh, I see how to do it. I get it. You gotta cut across. You gotta leave the one in the middle untouched. There you go. And that is Electromagnet Chamber, or Double Take. I should have just left it with the original title. Just be completely unoriginal and adapt the whole thing. I don't know how the CC2LP1 staff is gonna respond to an adapted level like this, but I myself, I like this maze idea and the and everything. So, and I like the custom walls and what they add to this. So I'll give this one a 3. We'll go with a 3 on that one. All right, moving on to level 11, Modus Operandi. All right, we got another ghost kind of thing going on here, huh? Yeah, we got some ghosty business, and we got apparently a doppelganger Melinda there. I'm assuming we need to use like a gray button on that. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want that to happen yet. So apparently, okay, that's on a force floor. I just wanted to see. I knew I was going to die there, but I just wanted to see how that was going to work. So I think the idea here is that I'm supposed to use the tank to push this. What do I do after I do this? Did that... Okay, so that did that. Okay. Oh, I see. This hits the... There we go. Oh. So I'm supposed to put something there? Is that how that works? I think I'm supposed to get the ghost to do stuff up here. Except I can't get the ghost to do stuff up here because there's water tiles. That is fascinating. Okay, so now we're back to normal again. But then we go over here and we get this doppelganger Melinda who is going to do something with a bug, apparently. I don't know what. This is really confusing. Okay. Okay, so that allowed that to clone... No, actually not clone. Slide a block down. This is really interesting. I am fascinated by this level. Like, what in the world? And what's controlling these tank... Are these, like, tanks facing down? I'm assuming so, because I think the ghost has to be the one to... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. The ghost has to be the one to get those. Pretty sure. So I think we may have been a little hasty here. Maybe the idea here is that you're supposed to push the yellow tank into that section. Let's try that. Oh. 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 How interesting. So how do I continue the pattern? Like, how do I keep going with this? Because, my goodness, that... Oh, here we go. That's how you do it. That is a really cool concept. That is a cool concept. I really like this. Okay. There we go. And we do this last one. That has got to be one of the neatest ideas I've seen in a while in voting. Okay. So now, does this mean I can just go right through and exit? It does. That is a 5-star level. I don't care what anyone says. That is a really cool level. No idea who made that, but props to you. You are amazing. Okay, the level without a name. Wasn't that done in CCLP2 with Follow the Glacier, Brick Road? Like, it was called the nameless level I made while bored or something like that. Okay, let's see what we got here. So apparently we can just cross right over that. No problem. I don't really see, unless there's something here. Yes, there is. Okay, good. Okay, so we can go up here, and there are blobs everywhere. I don't know if this means that there's stuff. Yeah, there's more stuff over here. So, let's go this way first. 14579. I'm a little nervous for what in the world this is gonna do. But, I think, yeah, that clones a block. So apparently I need to hold down those ones. 1, 4, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, this seems easy enough. I hope this is correct. Okay, so now I can get a bonus. Was that all that was good for? Is there any other visible wiring? Nope. I don't know if there's anything else these are supposed to do. I will assume, though, that this is meant to control... Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now we get this, and we're out of here. Let's do that. I'm going to leave that open. Okay, so I'm assuming that was just for fun. Like, there's nothing else to do with that. And I'm going to drop off my suction boots and then my flippers there. Just in case, you never know. I'm kind of a little paranoid about that now. But yeah, so far this level seems to be pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot happening here yet. Okay, I see there's... Okay, there's got to be more to that room. There's got to be more to that room. Okay, was that supposed to be difficult? I don't get it. Okay, so now I can go back, apparently. So maybe this actually was a good idea. I'm going to leave the eye on this side, by the way. Does this clone regularly? Because it feels like it does. And now there's no way forward, is there? Is there anything here? Nope. So yeah, that's how everything clones, that thing there. Huh. So apparently this was not the correct course of action, was it? Unless there's something going on with, oops, I did that in the wrong order. Unless there's something going on with, the on and off switches on that top room that I'm completely missing. Yeah, so far I'm not really seeing a whole lot here that we can really do. And this room seems to be useful only for the bonus, so I don't really think there's any reason to even do that section. So let's exit here for now. And I'll leave everything down here again, just in case, you never know. Oh, wait a minute, we're supposed to go up first. I just realized. Right, I'm supposed to go up. That makes sense. Yeah. That's kind of a little mean. I mean, it's not super hard to figure out, but it's like one of those, it feels like a haha, you know, along with this drop your boots here and then come back later kind of thing. Like, you're supposed to go up here, do this part first, then come back, you know, after you switch everything. Yeah, because all these on-off switches do is control this bit here. I don't think these do anything else. Alright, so let's go and make the switch now. Yeah, that's a little mean. But thankfully, as long as you know that you can drop boots, you can feel free to explore up here, I guess. So maybe it's not that bad. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to worry about getting the bonus, unless there's some other purpose for those things. I'm going to assume there's not, and it's just for a bonus. Let's just assume that. And now we can get rid of these, because at this point there's no reason to come back there, or nothing we can really do if we came back there. So I'm going to assume that there's nothing else to do. I'm pretty sure that's fine. Alright, let's keep going and see what we got here. We've got a yellow tank thing. What in the world? Is it just a matter of killing it? I don't get it. I guess it is, because there's no other way to destroy that, so let's go and do it. I feel like there should be more to it than that. What? Was there a floor mimic under that? Or like behind the tank? Because if there is, that feels a little needless. That's like some Venice level stuff going on there. Alright, let's put that down, then that one. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this level. This feels really kind of gotcha oriented. Like it feels like it's just here to go, hey, looky here, there's a surprise waiting to pounce on you. Which is not really fun. That's, if anything, that's more annoying than anything else. Okay. Yeah, there's no chips in that room, so we should be okay. Alright, let's get the bonus now. So yeah, I'm assuming there's a floor mimic behind that yellow tank. There almost has to be. In fact, I think with the timing the way it is, it probably would have come to chip by the time I died. Because we were definitely not in danger of a time limits issue here. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet it's there. I think it's there. I don't know what the toggle button's all about, though. Did I miss something here? I think I was supposed to kill the thing with the thing, wasn't I? I'm really confused with what happened there. Where is there another yellow tank in the level? Because I thought that was it, right? Was that not it? It feels like there's a new gotcha every time I play this. Did I run into a yellow tank originally and not a floor mimic? Now I'm questioning everything. And why are there all these switches here when you only need 2 of them? Like, that makes no sense either. I can understand if there was a puzzle involving getting in and then out a different way in that room, but there's not. Like, there's no reason for that. That's entirely needless. Okay, I'm going to pay very close attention to that room when we go back, because that's a little strange, and that was also really close. Okay, let's check this out. So we can't go down. We can go every direction with the yellow tank button, but down, which is a little concerning. Oh, okay. So, there is a floor mimic. So that part is true. The question is that hiding another yellow tank? And that might be the case. Thankfully we have the secret eye, which is good. I don't understand why there's a tank there now. Like, what? Was there wasn't a floor mimic there, right? I did that. And that presumably would have caused the mimic to escape, unless this was on a bomb. But then how does this end up there? That doesn't make any sense. I do not get that. That's really strange. I'm gonna look a little more closely this time and not immediately press the left button. If I can't get it this time, I'm just gonna skip this one. We're almost at the end anyway, so there's really no need. Oh wait, I need to do this first, don't I? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one, guys. I gotta be honest with you. This one is not particularly fun. Not to mention that the way it uses the CC2 elements is not particularly inventive either. If anything, this kind of feels more like one of those CC1 levels that was created around the CCLP2 era that was kind of annoying. It was kind of like, oh, hey, here's a trick we can do using stuff in the editor and whatnot, and look how clever we are for thinking of this trick that we can do. And that's not really fun level design. That's, if anything, more annoying than anything else. Okay, let's get out of that and go back here again. We're almost halfway on this pack, and it's taken this long to get here, which is not great. But we've had some good levels so far. There have been some really good puzzles and stuff. Okay, so if this is on a bomb, pressing up probably wouldn't be the best idea. Because then we can't go down. So Let me just press right for now. Nothing else. There we go. So that begs the question, what was that other yellow tank? I still don't get that. That is so strange. What is that other yellow tank, anyway? I guess if we had the 1,000 bonus, that'd be a little bit more valuable, but oh well. Alright, infested pallets. Let's move on to this one. That one is getting a 1, by the way. I'll vote for it here in a minute. Looks like this one is going to be a level all about monster movement and whatnot. And this is a very interesting use of custom floors, by the way. I like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I should have been a little more attentive about that. Okay, there. Thank heavens that did not go any further than it was already going. Alright, let's just keep getting ships and hopefully we won't die. Alright, so far so simple as far as how this is laid out. I like how some areas are smaller and some are bigger. That's some nice variety there. Okay, I think we've gotten everything we can get here. So let's go check out what's going on here. I see there's a clone machine spouting out fireballs, which is interesting. Okay. I don't know what the arrows are all about unless they're supposed to point the way for you to go all the way back or something. Okay, there we go. Thankfully there's a safe spot there, that's nice. Oh, because you get the green key, I see. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we got all the stuff, and I think the exit's at the bottom, so we'll... Oh no, it's right here. Okay, that was Infested Pallet. I'm going to give that one a 4. I liked the use of custom floors in that case. I feel like custom floors are often used purely for aesthetics, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I like the fact that they were used for a slightly deeper purpose there, so that was pretty neat. Swivel Tombs. Okay, this seems interesting. This looks like Well of Wishes. Was this another Mobius level from Walls of CC2LP1, I wonder? I'm not as familiar with that set, so I'm not sure. Okay, what have we got going on here? This looks kind of intimidating. So apparently I don't want to get a yellow key before going in there. Where is there a yellow key anyway? I mean, can't I just go through here and just... Oh, I have a yellow key. Duh. Okay. So maybe the idea here is I'm supposed to use this bowling ball to switch all these. Yeah. That is most certainly the idea. That's pretty cool. I like that section. Bonus. I'm kind of curious. Let's go look. Oh man, that is a pattern there. I have to be very careful with that. That looks kind of intimidating, not gonna lie. That's probably why it's the bonus thing. I guess you could theoretically go through this without even picking up the key, though. Oh, except then you end up going through that, which is not good. So you actually have to use the bowling ball. Alright, that's what I get for trying to be clever. I shouldn't be doing that. So far, I'm liking this, but I kind of wish there was a little more stuff that didn't feel like Well of Wishes. I'm curious to see how the rest of the level is, but this was kind of a complaint I had about the sample of things to come level as well. Man, that is intimidating. Ah, do I even want to go for that? I want to go for it, though, because I want to see what it involves so I could use it as part of the rating, maybe. Because if it's interesting, then it might raise the rating. Alright, do this next, then go here, and... Oh, yeah, they can go out there now. Alright, try this again. Ah! I keep misjudging when to go on that. That's so frustrating. Maybe I should actually go for it before doing the yellow key thing, if I can. Can I do that? I think I can. I can just go right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm being a little too hesitant. I think that's part of my problem. Being a little too hesitant with going in there. Alright, let's go for this. 1, 2... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Oh, here we go. Are those supposed to be swastikas? I hope not. Okay, this part is actually pretty simple. So I have to be really careful with stuff like walkers here. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. You have to be like really quick with these. There we go. Okay, so that was the bonus area. That was okay. Didn't really do a whole lot for me, to be honest. I thought it was just alright. Alright, let's see what the rest of the level has in store for us. Okay, I don't want to risk that. It's kind of an awkward pattern, but there we go. Okay, so there's more swivels here. We got some this. Yeah, this feels way too much like Well Wishes for my taste, at least. I don't know whether or not to hit that button, so I'm gonna... Well, hang on. We may want to in this case. Ah! That's kind of cool. Okay, what is going on with this room? This room looks a little intimidating. I'm gonna be honest here. So I think the idea here is that you're supposed to block these off in some interesting way. Okay, that works, but I don't know if switching it is going to have an adverse effect on this. Okay, I guess that works. I really like that puzzle. That's pretty cool. Here's a hint here. This puzzle may be small, but don't attempt without a bowling ball. That rhymed. Alright, what do we got here? So this is very similar to the original as well. Okay, so I can't push that down, so I have no choice but to do that. And then to do that. So let's plan our moves here. I should have done that first. It's an interesting concept. I wish there was a little less well wishes earlier, but some of these puzzles are genuinely interesting. So there's our bowling ball there. Alright, I'm a little concerned that that might... Actually, no. I think we should be okay with this. Yeah. Okay, so now I can do that. I can also get a bowling ball too. Okay, and now we get all these. Now how do I get that? Oh, I see, the ball. Do an attempt without a pink ball, right? It's interesting to see how swivels turn. Like, that's something I still haven't quite internalized as part of my my CC playing. And this is taking a lot longer than just 100, unless that bonus is like a bunch of ×2 flags at the end or something. Alright, let's... Is there a way to get out of here that doesn't involve losing the fire boots? Because that'd be kind of nice. Does that do anything? I guess I could put the fire boots there. That actually might be a better idea. Yeah, that works a lot better. Okay, so now we're ready for the end. So what is the deal with this? I can push you there. Okay. And then I can go here. There is a ×2 flag. So I think I want to hit this first. No? Oh, I see. I see. I'm supposed to use the bowling ball here, aren't I? Yeah. That's pretty clever. I like that. Alright, so that is Swivel Tombs. I'm going to give that a 2. I wish there was a little less Well of Wishes in that, and the bonus area was kind of a little uninspired, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to move on to a Camp O, which I think is a reference to where Josh lives, or lived. So now the... Okay, that guy is going to be chasing us around, basically. Unless we do something about that. That is a really interesting twist. Okay, now he's trapped. Good. But I think we need to get him over there. So this is an interesting concept. We're running away from ourselves or something. This is a fascinating level. I'm just going to say that right now. This is super interesting. Okay, there you go. I can use the railroad tracks. Nice. Let me read the hint while Chip is over there. Here's lies players' hopes and dreams still. Is that what happens in a Campo? Did he die? I guess he died in the fire or something. So... yeah, I'm not sure. I'm assuming we just need him to hold this down, right? That's the objective here. Oh, now he's in there. There's also no trap buttons either, so I have to be really careful with how I pull this off. I feel like this is not going well here. I kind of wish there was something that you could do with this. No! I did not mean to do that. This is a really interesting concept, though. Okay, hang on a sec. I don't understand the whole red key thing with the no sign. That part's bothering me a bit. No! It's on the wrong parity. Ah. I really like this though. Like, I am genuinely interested in figuring this out. Like, this level's got me by the horns. No, I didn't mean for you to go in the fire, man. I just need to hit that. Yeah, there we go. I need to hit that, but not now. I need to do a little bit of running around first here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to time it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh no, that's not good. So we can't even do that. Okay, so apparently you can't do that. That is very interesting. Wow. I don't know, man. This is a fascinating one. I am so intrigued by how you do this. I'll be disappointed if the solution is something really trivial that I've been missing the whole time, but I don't think it is. I think... Do I actually have to do that? Get him to stay there? Maybe I just went in too soon. Maybe that was all I did wrong. Let's give it a shot. I am confused, though, how you're supposed to get the 100 bonus when there's not even a space for that. Let's see. How did I get back to where I was a minute ago? Okay, there we go. So I just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Except that's not gonna work. Hang on. Maybe I just mistimed it as well. This is so interesting. And I can't just go in because, yeah, I'm going to die right there. So how do I ensure that the doppelganger... Oh, that's interesting. I could make him do that. Okay, let me try this. No! Oh, man. The fact he's got speed boots is what's so annoying here. This is so I'm sorry I'm not saying much. I'm just really fascinated by this idea. Like, I don't know who made this, but whoever made this is really interesting. I still don't know what in the world you do about bonuses here. Now, how did I do that before, where I basically limited where he went? Oh, okay, so I can do that. Now, can I go in here like this? So, you can't do that because it just appears for a split second across the thing. I have no idea how you solve this. Oh, man. But now if I go left, I'm going to die. So, what? Oh, oops. I don't know how you solve this! This is so bizarre, and I love it. It's just, how in the world do you get this guy around? It's... Oh, man. I can understand if maybe you get rid of the red key and then you could boost off of him, but you're going to get killed by him. That's the problem with that. You're just going to die, right? I mean, I could try that, but I don't see what good that's going to do. Okay, hang on. There we go. Yep, I died. Wow. What am I missing here? And how in the world would you even get the bonus on this is what I'm curious about. Is there something about doppelgangers I'm just not aware of? I bet there is. I bet there's some weird behavior. It's gotta have something to do with this flame jet, right? It's gotta. I just don't know how. I could see it working if you started... Hang on. If you started here and then he comes across here, but the problem is that he doesn't do it until it's too late, right? Yeah. Huh. I don't know, guys. This is this is such a weird one. I don't get the behavior. I don't get how you're supposed to even manage that. And then if I go through, then he's just going to kill me again, which is also problematic. Yeah. So really, oh, I think I see it. I think what you have to do is you have to get rid of the key first, right? And then come at it from below. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. But that doesn't answer the question of how in the world I'm supposed to do this without this thing being on the wrong parity of movement. Unless it really does come down to the train track thing, which it very well could at this point. Ugh. If that bomb was not there, this would be a whole lot less of a problem. But since the bomb is there, it is a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I can move him in 1 space increments by doing that. For all the good that's going to do. This probably looks really funny. Man. I'm glad this is untimed, by the way. See, now if I go up there, we're going to have some trouble with getting killed again. I hate the fact that this is this fiddly, but it is still interesting. I just don't know what to do about this one. It's so strange. Like, I feel like we're on the right track here, even. Yeah. Guys, I don't know how to get this thing to behave how I need it to. Maybe I need to get over on that side. Let's try something here. And then have you go like this. Except I need to actually get you on the right parity, don't I? There we go. Ah, man. If I could just get him up there without having to have any dying involved, that'd be great. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me do this. Okay, that's the desired result, but I want it to happen a little closer. I want this to be 1 space closer. Is there a way to... There we go. There we go. We finally got it. Okay, props to whoever came up with that. That is a super cool idea. I'm going to give that a 5. You know what? That is getting a 5. I don't even care. I kind of wish the name of the level will change, because referencey levels are not really my favorite thing in the world, but still, really well done. We're on to minions. Let's see what we got next. Oh, I see. This is another another doppelganger cloning manipulation level. Although after that last one, everything else is probably going to pale in comparison now. Let's see here. This is kind of interesting from the standpoint of like offsetting things, which is kind of cool. Okay, how do I get you over there? Did I just ruin this? I might. No, I haven't. How do I get you over there? There we go. That's how you do it. We don't have a lot of time either. I'm going to have to book it here on this. Is this all this is? Just leading the guys around? Okay, so now I've gotten all these. How do I do the ending? What is up with the... Oh, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I can only have 4, apparently? Did I waste one earlier? I might have wasted one earlier. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. I was definitely making this a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. Sorry, after the last level, I'm kind of a little more paranoid about this now. Oh, man. You can understand. There we go. So the fireballs you don't want to release. That's a no-no. Okay. So one more fireball is all we get. So I must have wasted one on the first attempt. Okay. Let's get you over here. So now I gotta offset this perfectly. There we go. Alright, that was pretty fun. I'm gonna give that a 3. I kind of wish it did a little more than what it did, though, but it was an enjoyable level, and I liked how it used the doppelganger cloning idea. It was just kind of a tough act to follow that last level, though. Alright, Firefighter. Whoa! Okay, that's a lot of ice blocks. This is like the layout of On the Rocks. In fact, I think it might be. Okay, we're apparently going to be cloning a lot of blocks all at once, so whoops. That ought to be fun. And thankfully we've got a helmet, so that helps guard against potential bounce-back issues. But we may need some blocks to bounce back, though. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, it's just a chip. Man, I was hoping that this would lead to another cloner, but I guess we gotta go that way for that, huh? I guess we could also do this the traditional way and press stuff down. The good news is we don't have to fill in anything like the original level had. That's kind of a relief. In fact, we could probably just get away with doing the same route as the original. Come on. There we go. Oh, why'd I do that? That was silly. I'm just going to let this go, because this is kind of fun. This is one way to like work with On the Rocks. Not gonna lie, this is kind of funny. Oh, there we go. We'll just keep pushing you down. There we go. There we go. See how far... Okay, we haven't gone far enough. There we go. Come back. Come to Papa. There we are. Excellent. So now we got to get some over there. I mean, I guess this makes sense to do this with On the Rocks. I kind of wish it was something a little different, though. The one thing that is interesting is we can't bounce blocks off of dirt, because there's no dirt, so I'm going to have to think of a different way to get to some of these chips, I think. We may want to start considering working over here as well. I'm thankful for this helmet. This is a real godsend, considering just what kind of stuff we're dealing with here. Okay. This gets us down to that, and then I'm just gonna do this. It's just so I can push stuff down. Okay, that's gonna go there. Excellent. And is that whole thing sectioned off? That's a bummer. How do I get to some of these places then? This feels a little weirdly restrictive in some respects. And like not in a good way, and oh, now I can't even get back to that area now. Not unless I bridge. I don't even know if I feel like solving this. It's kind of cool how it works. I'm gonna give it a 3 because I like the concept. I like the take on what to do with On the Rocks. It's just, in its own way, it's kind of tedious. But, you know, I like it though. I just kind of wish the thin walls were immaterial, like that wasn't an issue. But I get why they're there, for the walls of the original level and whatnot, so let's move on. Slimed. Okay, I take it once I get that, it's pretty much going to be, the gig is up at that point. But, at the very least, oh, never mind. That's a lot more involved than I was thinking. So, I'm trying to understand here, whoops, how do those things continuously clone? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. This feels... Okay, that's a different random seed. This is a little too random, I think. Okay, that's the first random seed. And that's a sort of different one. Come on, let me through this time. No! There's got to be a way to get through that. Oh, come on. It's the same 2 seeds. Okay, let me just try going for this one first, then. Except that didn't do any good. Neither did that. Okay, that worked. I feel like that's way too random, though, so I'm going to give that a 1. And it doesn't really offer much beyond just, hey, collect 3 chips, and that's it. Alright, Tank Lighter. I believe this is another Dave level, and it uses kind of an in the pink sort of concept here where you lead the tanks to different areas. I remember seeing this in CCLP4 voting, I want to say. So we just build paths for every tank, and that's kind of it. Now that one, I think it goes there, because I don't think there's any other tank that leads to that. This one definitely goes here. So yeah, I think that one goes there. Yeah, this is basically In the Pink remix. Is that supposed to be held down? I'm assuming yes. Let's assume the answer to that is yes. Okay, so then that goes there. And then this guy goes over here. How in the world? What? Am I supposed to hold down another trap for that? I guess so. Alright, let's just leave it be, I guess. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, that opens that one up. This opens that one. Alright, then we're going to go up here. Alright, so that's cool. And then that one goes there. Alright, so those are all accounted for now. This one, oops, lost focus, and I died because of that. Thanks, Windows. I really appreciate that. You know how much I love it when you make my window lose focus. End sarcasm here. Seriously though, that has really cramped my style in the cases of like optimizing stuff. Okay, that's going there. This one's going to go over to that apparently. I feel like that needs to be blown up with something before we release everything though. If I see a block, I'm going to use it on that. And it looks like I'm supposed to go to that button over there anyway. Okay, this one's going to hit a bunch of toggle buttons. Oh. Oh, okay. That's supposed to go through that? No, it's going to keep going up here. So I think we do have to find a block somewhere. Okay. So that ends up there as well. Interesting. I am very fascinated by what's going to happen here. Alright, what's this? That goes there. This one... Oh, that goes into the bomb. Now, is that going to get out of the way in time for the other one? I hope so. It looks like it could? Let's hope it does. Well, either way, does it... I guess it doesn't matter which one gets there first, so I think we'll be fine. Now for this one... That goes there. This one goes over here. This one goes into that guy. This one goes over... I still don't understand this part as far as how that trap releases. But I'm assuming that the buttons above it control that. Because it seems like there's a series of AND gates that all go down to that. Alright, so then we go over here to this, go down. Okay, that's the one that hits the flame jet one. And then we go over here, that controls you. This controls you. And this one goes over to that. And then finally, we've got this guy, who will go over there. I'm assuming? Wait, no. There's still one thing that we haven't accounted for yet. Maybe more. Yeah, it's this one. So it is that one then. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's get these suction boots just in case we need them, and then we'll go start our way in. Okay. How do we get in first, though? I'm looking for, like, an entry point. Where do you go in? Maybe I'm supposed to go through this myself, this thing? Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Apparently I'm not supposed to go into that yet. I think I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to let one tank go and then I go. Because the second tank's going to come in there. Alright, let's do this again. Do this one. Goes over there. Let's get the suction boots for funsies, why not? In my opinion, In the Pink is a much more interesting level than this one. I'm just going to be honest. And that's primarily because there's a little bit of light item swapping that you're doing in between monster guiding challenges, and all the monsters also do different things, whereas this is just lead all the tanks to different buttons, basically. Okay, here's the long one. Good news is, by the time the tank gets there, that bomb's going to get exploded, so that's nice. So is this the second one? Yeah, that's the second one that's going to do that. Okay, that's cool. Okay, then this one, where does this go? Up there? That's pretty straightforward. This one goes to that area as well. Wait a minute. Did we did not plot that. There you go. I don't know if I remember to do that the first time or not. Alright, hopefully this is it. I hope this is the attempt that counts. Okay, that goes there. This one goes right there. And this one goes over to that as well. This goes over here. Interesting. We go over here to the flame jet control thingy. And finally we get this right there. Or not finally, this is finally. There we go. Okay, let's do this again. Hopefully with a little less fail. Do I go in here? I'm assuming I go in here. Yeah, because that controls that thing. And then I can go here and exit. I'm giving that level a 1. I didn't find that particularly interesting. I think In the Pink is a much better level, and it's already been an official set. So yeah, I'm going to give that one a 1. Alright, Pink is the New Green. Interesting title. Alright, what's going on here? Is this just going and switching up parodies? Looks like I have to go through this thing. Okay, so there's a little bit going on with this. It looks like... Okay, so that's going to happen. Then that's going to happen. Oh, but I might have been a little premature in doing that. Unless I can reroute that, maybe. I think I can, actually. Yeah. Okay. So that's possible to do that. Okay, so far this is a thin wall maze Sokoban of sorts. I guess you can call it that. So now we get fire boots, which is cool. And now we do this bit here. And now we can go here. Okay. So now we get to do that, get a chip, and go back. Okay, so what did we immediately accomplish by doing this? Nothing up there, but... Oh, I see. I can go here now. Also hit more green buttons. Okay. I have no idea if anything I'm doing is correct, but we'll find out. Evidently not! Okay. Well, that's not fun, but let's try it again. Let's get this over here too while we're at it. What else was I supposed to do there, though? Okay, so that is death. There is no other option elsewhere for exiting the teleport. I'm a little confused about the up-down teleport, though. That one is a mystery. But I may be able to get a block over here later through this section. Now the question is, can I partial post downward through this thing? And the answer might be yes. I wonder what would happen if I push the block through that. In fact, let me try doing it before I commit more time to this. Ah, okay. That's a little mean, not gonna lie, that's a little mean. But at least you can test it early, so there's that. I'm kind of glad that that's possible. Although I probably wanted to wait to do this until after I'd finished doing this. That part may have been a mistake. Okay, well at least we know it's possible. That's nice. I'm curious to know how big this level is. It feels like there's a lot of space. That's one of the things that's interesting about CC2 levels, is now that the size of levels is not fixed, it's fun to kind of speculate, ooh, you know, how big is this really, you know? Alright, so I'm assuming we do have to use this block here right off the bat, because there's no way to get a block back to here. And we have to complete the fire boot thing, I'm assuming in time for getting this block out of the way and into the teleport, so. That's a really cool trick. I like that. I really like how CC2 allows you to see open traps, because that's something that CC1 never did. Okay, so let's go push this in and see what we got coming up next. What? Why did it work before? I am really confused. What happened there? Was it something I did? Oh, was it the toggle button? Maybe it was the toggle button. Ah. I didn't pay attention to that earlier. That might actually be it. But if it is the toggle button, then why is that toggle button there in the first place? I'm going to not hit the toggle button this time around. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Not sure who made this one either. Maybe it's Chipster or somebody. But we'll find out. It is interesting, though, that there is a toggle button here. But, pushing it could result in a cook, which feels strange to me, but I'm not going to question it right now. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, so that time it works, because now it's open. But if you hit it, then you're in trouble, apparently. So this is not partial posting, actually. Not really. Okay. Let's just work our way through the maze, I guess. Okay, I don't know if I want to open that. How do I do that, though? Oh, that controls that, too. Okay, so I can control the toggle button from there, huh? Okay. Seems like that only controls that. I can't push blocks onto that, so that's out of the question. But I can switch that, and we can go onward here. I'm assuming the bowling ball I saw over there was used on this. Okay, what does that go to? Ah. So I want to do that, then go back, and then press that. So I can go up here and get the bowling ball. Nifty. So now I gotta figure out a way to hold that trap down. That's gonna be the next big challenge, I think. So yeah, the way is clear to do that. So if I destroy this, I think, yeah, that'll free up this block for the trap. So we're good to go on that front. Okay, so it looks like we're done with this section now. And I can even push a... Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Wishful thinking on my part, I know. But this leaves us with a few mysteries now. Like, how do you make sure that going down through the teleport leads you up top? That's the mystery question now. Because I have to close the toggle walls to even get out of this room. Unless pushing that switch did something down over here. Let's check it out. Nope, it did not. I thought maybe this one would activate somehow. That's a bit of a bummer. And I can't do anything about this. I can't push that. If I could create a link between the two rooms, that'd be nice. But apparently you can't do that. Huh. I see what the rest of the level involves. It's just a matter of getting the remaining ships in the other rooms, but I don't see... Oh, I'm supposed to do it, but change the toggle parity. That's a little mean. That's... I don't know how I feel about that. That... yeah. It's a cool concept, but it relies a little bit much on a lot of hidden information. And that part of it is a little bit much for me. The good news is that there are no thieves in the level, so you don't really have to come up with dependencies based on that, which is kind of nice. What I am curious to know about, the one missing link that I'm kind of trying to puzzle out in my head right now by thinking out loud, is how do you get a block through there, but you're able to go back? Because if I go down through this, I have to have a block here to even cross that, right? Because I don't get the flippers until I'm past all this stuff, so that part of it's a little concerning, unless... Well, I guess if I go down through and I end up here, I can just go back up and end up there, so maybe that's not even a problem at all. It's just the order of operations that's the key to all this. So let's go and push the button. So it turns out this was not a trap, but I have to be mindful of not only the fact that it's a partial post now, but also how many, like what the parity is, basically. So this was correct. So this is now open, then close. And then open. I think we need to keep it open, so let's do that. So now we did close and then open. Okay. Yeah, that works. So that's what you have to do to solve it. Okay. So I kind of had some things backwards, was what was pretty much going on there. Interesting level. I just kind of wish it was a little less reliant on all the hidden information. It's the main complaint I would have about this one. Okay, let's do that. Go back here again, do this guy. Come back here and we'll do this so we can get some bowling ball action happening here. There we go. Oops. Probably want to do this first, don't I? That's a really cool idea. I like it when swivels are used in that way. It's pretty neat. There's a little much back and forthing for my taste on this one. So I'm probably going to give this a 3. I think it's a pretty decent one, but it could be a little more refined. But yeah, that is pink is the new green. So I'm going to give that a 3. Alright, we got 5 to go for this first half. Starting with Vert. And why is the voting site not accepting my votes? Come on, voting site. Did my internet connection go down? It did not. It seems like it's the voting site, so I'll wait for it to load. If it doesn't load, well, I'm just going to continue playing the level anyway. Alright, what do we got going on here? I see we've got fireballs, and I'm kind of nervous to get any of this stuff, but maybe this isn't nearly as bad as I'm thinking. Let's just get everything for now. This kind of feels a little bit like Malachite with all the... You have to switch after you get some stuff and then get more stuff and do more things and switch after that, and I don't know, it feels a little bit like Malachite to me. Okay, so I think what we're supposed to do here is something like that. Except, hang on. Does it matter which direction we go? I guess not. Okay. I mean, I could just push those ice blocks in the water, so... Yay? I don't get the point of the ice blocks. That's kind of weird. Alright, let's find out what we're doing here next. Okay, Ghost is apparently going to be doing something. That's interesting. Oh. That might not have been a great idea. Okay, so is the Ghost supposed to go through this path with the ice blocks, or what? I feel like there's more to this than meets the eye. Okay, so 13 is the number we can get before pressing the buttons. I'm going to continue with my theory that we're supposed to do something with these ice blocks involving the fireballs. It makes too much sense not to do it, so I'm just going to do that for now. This section over here is a mystery. I don't understand what's going on with the Ghost. I also don't understand what is going on with this section in general. Oh, that's a force floor. Oops. I forgot gray buttons do that. That's my bad. I completely forgot that. Just 5 more chips and then we can begin the other state here. Or was it 6? I guess it was 6. I hope there's nothing under these blocks, by the way. Okay, I guess if we could get around to the other side, coming up from below would make the ice blocks useful. Because I'm still, the jury for me is still out on the whole Ghost thing. That part I don't understand at all. Okay, I can do that. That's cool. But beyond that, I don't know what the whole deal is with this. I don't know if I'm supposed to push this here, because if the ghost comes out, it's going to go all the way over there, come down this way, and then it disappears off there, if I've read this correctly. Maybe I'm just supposed to push that block up. Maybe that's all I'm supposed to do with that. Is that really it? So what are the chips we need to get? We need to get those two. So maybe the key with this ice block is we're supposed to push it in there, and then that enables us to get these chips. So that could be the answer to that. So why don't we try that? Because I don't see any other use for this at this point. Okay, so that enables us to avoid getting trapped. If I'm going to use this, I pretty much have to do that. I don't think there's a way around it. And then we can get that one last. Okay, so that's how you do everything. Now, we just have to figure out what to do next. And we can free this ice block, which is pretty cool. But from this point, I'm not entirely certain what the next step is. Now I could go here, which enables us to do our thing that we were talking about earlier with this area. Problem with this, though, is I'm not sure what that accomplishes. I see there's a button there where the ghost could go, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that's what this ice block is about. Maybe the ice block is supposed to deflect the ghost somewhere that he can travel, and that's how we win, right? Like maybe that's how you do everything. The question is, where exactly do we do this? Let's just assume that, oh, that gets pushed. Okay, now it makes a little more sense. If there's ice under these, then yeah, okay. That's why you had to do that. So now the only real puzzle is getting the ghost to the button. So once I hit that, it's going to clone one ghost and one ghost only. So you'll hit the button as is right here. I think that's enough, right? Because it's just going to go in a circle after that. So why don't we just run with that? There we go, that was it. I'm going to give that a 2. I didn't really find that particularly compelling. It was sort of interesting, but not, I don't know. So yeah, let's give that one a 2. The voting site is still acting really strange. Alright, so the next level is called Tunnel. Oh, okay. Interesting. Am I supposed to... So it just does random stuff with these, apparently. So wait, the teeth. How am I supposed to do any more work here if the teeth is just going to do that? So the blob just literally clones stuff into random territory, apparently. Unless it does it in a certain order. But yeah, what do I do when the teeth comes out? Like, there's nothing I can do now. So it's the same order every time. Okay, now if I do this, does it clone a different one? No, it's still a walker. I wish I could see what was going on with this. Okay, that's gonna blow that up. Oh, you can make the teeth go back. That's a little... I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, that goes there. Okay. Now we gotta get some paramecia going here. Or fireballs, either one. Okay. So I think that should be fine. Oh, there's fire. Oh wait, we got fire boots, right. So I guess that was it, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 1. I wasn't a fan of that one. It seemed to be kind of just being like, oh hey, let's just play around with the transmogrifier, now it turns monsters into other monsters, but I guess that's fine. I just didn't find it interesting. Alright, so I think this level, various positions, I think this involves syncing these balls up somehow. Yeah. Alright, so let's drop ourselves here, I guess. Just wait for these to sync up with each other, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, I think we need to actually do this. I think an offset of 4 just doesn't really do it at that point. Okay. Oh, same here. This is interesting, I guess. It just doesn't really... It's just kind of repetitive. It's just the same thing over and over again. I mean, it's made even more trivial by the fact that you've got this helmet, which... I mean, you get to be the one blocking everything. Alright, there we go. I'm going to give that a 1. I didn't find that very interesting. Through the Black Forest, and we got a time limit of 90 and a lot of chips to get, so I guess we'll get right to this. Is this just collecting chips, kind of like Twister? With the amount of time and the number of chips, I would think that you would have to just constantly go all the time, but I might be mistaken with respect to the order in which you're supposed to do all this. Okay, hopefully this is not... Okay, good. It's not a dead end. Okay. I think that spot we just passed by is the end, so we'll have to watch out for that. Alright, just move around. This just seems to be a straight path. I'm going to get this for now, because I think that path we saw earlier is the real ending. Yeah, this is definitely the ending. Okay, there's extra chips too. I don't really understand the point of that one. I'm just going to give that another 1. Alright, so the last level for the day, Impedance. I'm going to go left. Let's see what we got here. That's only have to push that block all the way through this. Is this all there is? Like, is this it? So I could have just done that earlier. This is... I feel like this is mainly meant to be annoying more than anything else. There's really nothing compelling about that. I don't want to go through the teleport until I know that there's a point to doing that. Okay, I got a minute left. Hopefully we can crack this in a minute. You were too slow. What? Okay. Apparently I was too slow. I don't know what the criteria is for not being too slow, but now that I know we don't have to go back and forth as much, let's try this again. I don't want to go through that teleports unless there's a good reason for it. If this is too slow, then we've got a problem. Maybe the tank is ultimately what's doing everything here. Yeah, maybe that's what's controlling it. Let me try something else. If I go through the teleport without this teeth pressing the tank button, I'm curious to see what happens. So at this point, I feel like I'm solving the level as quickly as humanly possible. Well, except for there, I could have slapped that, but no, nothing happens with that. Excuse me. So I could do this. I can't really move any faster through the balls with this, can I? Unless the idea... No, that can't be it. I don't think that would be what you'd be doing. Yeah, there's something that drowned right there. So maybe what you're supposed to do, I'm going to try this. What if you did this, where like you sent the balls into a different pattern, like that, instead? So what if we did that? Would that help? Hurts? I have no idea. But I can say this is a lot faster to walk through with this teeth, so maybe this actually is the solution. Which is kind of a cool concept. Yeah, because then we race over here and do this before the partial post is removed. I wish there was a hint about it that told you you need to figure out a way to avoid hitting the tank button so you knew that that was the gimmick. But yeah, that was a pretty cool concept, I guess. I'll give that a 2. I just don't really have a desire to see that in an official set. It kind of feels a little gimmicky to me. But anyway, that is the end for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. We are off to a fairly decent start for the Jazz Pack with 3 5-star levels. So we'll see what happens next time. So until then, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed yourself today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the flip side.